Hey, do it now.
We got the Ruger PC charger, the NAK9, and the Sig 8-inch, the Sig MPX 8-inch model. I'm going to shoot some 115 grain, and let's see how we like that. This is going to be a comparison of 3 different PC carbines that I got in a pistol form. We're going to start off with the Ruger PC charger. I'm shooting at 25 yards. I'll shoot 5 shots each. And we'll take a look at the groups after I've shot it and just kind of see how things stack up. So that was a PC charger. Now we're going to do the NAK9. This is actually a really good little gun. It's probably the cheapest of the group. I think I paid around $600, a little less, something like that. I don't think you can find them for that now, but that's what I paid for when I bought it. I might even like this a little better than the AKV from Palmetto State Armory. That's a nice gun also, but this one just seems to shoot softer, and I just like the trigger on it. It's not so finicky. So I am shooting with a 1X red dot, a prism scope on this one, a prism dot I should say. The others are 3X, so a little bit of disadvantage to that, but not enough to really make a difference, even though I kind of do complain a little bit about it in the video. But now we're going to shoot the Sig MPX. This is the 8-inch model. They don't have gens, but if they did, this would be the Gen 3. I think it's a police issue. Doesn't have the Timney trigger, anything like that. I did go ahead and install a LaRue trigger, which is really nice. It's a 2-stage. I've seen other reviews that have had that trigger in that get really good, have had really good success with it. But when I first got this gun, it was slinging them all over the place, and it still does this weird 5th round like sling. So out of every 5 shots, I always get this one weird flyer. Not really sure how to deal with that, and I couldn't really explain it. But as you'll see on the targets, I do have this one flyer with every group when I use the Sig MPX. Alright. So here we have the Ruger. So there's the Rugers. It's a pretty good group. And there's the NAK9. I actually shot the little dot off with her the first shot, and then the MPX. See, there's a couple flyers on that one. I got right here 3 in one hole and then 2 little flyers, but kind of looks like the Ruger took that one. So that's some pretty good shooting by all 3 of them, and I'm really impressed with that. That was kind of guesswork because the dot fell off on the first shot. You can see where I shot the dot off, and then I was just kind of guessing after that. Still turned out pretty good. I'm going to do it again, but at 15 yards, simply because I can hardly see the dot with this. So here's where I decided to shoot it at 15, just to make it a little easier for me to see the target with the 1X Vortex Spitfire. And that's my excuse, but still shooting it. So here we go. Let's go with the Ruger. When I look through with the 3X, I kind of go, it's almost like cheating because it looks so easy with a 3X at 15 yards. But as long as I do my part, the guns will perform very nice. So I only rested it just because I wanted to take a little bit of the variables out of me, you know, kind of shaking or whatever
That's almost
I
like
might be doing.
so good and close, but hopefully that gives us a little bit better comparison.
So it's definitely a little bit easier for me to see the target at 15 with this 1X. You know, it's got that circle dot, and when you put that over a dime-sized dot, it kind of disappears. So, you know, you got to hold it pretty steady. Otherwise, it's just a big black blob. So for the most part, all those felt pretty good. I felt comfortable with, you know, holding it. It seemed like, you know, I was on target every shot. You know, I felt like this stand was helping me, and obviously I'm sitting. I do kind of lean up against the wall just to take any shake out. But for some reason, this range is just not set up good for bench rest shooting. They've got some, it's just a weird height, and they use a bench or a stool
Any issues I may have
instead
had
of a
with
chair.
accuracy in the beginning,
Nowhere to rest your elbows, but
work themselves out with the
we'll
Sig
take a
MPX,
look, see how these came out.
and I'm happy about that. All right, here we go. So this is the Ruger, pretty much a 9.
So that Ruger is just lights out. I mean,
and other than the one.
now this was kind
flyer,
of weird. I'm not really
there's
sure how many went in
NAK9.
the center hole. Just kind of made an oblong hole, but most of it was tears.
Paper
And then there's
square.
this one weird flyer
and
down
then
below.
Sig MPX,
And then
had
there's
that
the
one
Sig
crazy-
MPX with that one weird flyer. So 3 of them, or 4 of them, excuse me, in one good hole, and then that weird flyer. Can't explain it. Just the NAK had one also, but the Ruger, I mean, it's just very consistently
Well, it's
good.
pretty good. I'm happy with that.
Although I'm happy with all those, you know, here's my final target after shooting all day. I felt like that was some pretty good shooting. You can see there's these one weird flyers with a lot of those groups. Maybe that's me, maybe it's the gun. It's kind of hard to say, but